I hate boats and I'll never go on a boat again. So one day for my mom's birthday, she really wanted to go dolphin watching. And I was pretty excited because I'd never been on a boat before. And if you live in Jersey, any time that you go to the shore, it's going to be colder than if you weren't at the shore because of the bodies of water or honestly, I don't know, just science, failed science, I don't know. So I was thinking about it's probably gonna be cold because we're gonna be in the middle of the ocean. So let me put on some jeans and a thick t-shirt. And you know what? It would have taken me 2 seconds to just click on the weather app and see what the temperature was outside. It was 99 degrees that day. But here's the kicker. It felt like 115. So when we get to the boat, there's a bottom level with shade and then a top level that's just open. So, the sun's just directly hitting you. And where does my family want to go? Of course, to the top part of the boat. So I was really hot, obviously. One second I'm talking to my mom. The next second I'm lying on this bench with my mom pouring a water bottle on my head. Apparently I had heat exhaustion and passed out. Story time about how my brother almost beat up some 5th graders. So we had all spent the day out at my family's ranch, and I brought my boyfriend, Jerry, out to see it. A little backstory, it was built in the 1920s and then rebuilt in the early 2000s, and now it's under construction again. So we decided to drive home. We're coming back, I'm feeling tired, and I'm also kind of blind. So my brother decides to take over driving.
Nah, it was really because your driving sucks.
Okay, well, whatever. Anyways, we get close to the neighborhood and we start to pull up. And as we're going down the street next to our house, the car hits a big thud. And I literally thought my brother had just hit someone on their bike or something.
Yeah, I thought I gained 20 points for hitting someone.
But then we saw a bunch of people hiding start to run back to their house. And that's when we knew that they had thrown something at our car. My brother literally turns to my boyfriend and goes, "Hey, do you know how to fight?"
Well, in my defense, Jeremy seems too nice.
Jeremy says yes, and then they whip the car into the driveway. For part 2. Storytime part 2 about my brother almost beating up some 5th graders. So they pull into the driveway and then hop out of the car ready to fight and started running after who we thought were high schoolers. I went to go look at the damage on my car and it was just really wet. It kind of looked like my car had been egged. And that's when other cars started to pull up too. And they were like, "Hey, my car was just hit." They were looking to talk to the people's parents. And I was like, "Yeah, us too." We rang the doorbell. No one was home, but the door literally just swung open. So my brother and my boyfriend were yelling upstairs because everyone's outside waiting. I call the non-emergency police, and my brother calls another friend as backup. So his friend told his work that he had a family emergency and left. Sometime during this, the kids came back downstairs and locked their front door. So I knocked on it and was like, "Hey, you guys should just apologize," because the police were kind of already on their way. And that's when they opened the door and we saw how tiny they were. Literal 5th graders. I honestly felt kind of bad, but it probably scared them into not doing this to anyone else. My brother's friend pulled up and he had obviously gotten out of work for no reason.
I was just seeing if he's gonna be true or not.
Didn't you end up paying him $35?
One day, I made this online friend on a random video chat room. We're gonna call her Jalissa. Jalissa and I ended up exchanging numbers because in this video chat room, you can call whenever you want or text whenever you want. This was a bad decision, but so she ends up FaceTiming me. I answered and she started showing me a wall. The wall had pictures of different people. I saw my picture there too. I asked Jalissa what the purpose of this wall was. She basically said she saves pictures of everyone she meets in this video chat room and practices evil magic on them. This is the best. So now when I want to make friends who want to save my picture on the wall.
This is a story of the time that me and my